Tonight, 2021 World Blood Donor Day. Global community celebrates volunteers. Plus, correspondent and special assignment examines impact of the federal government's rural electrification in Edo State. A very good evening to you and welcome to the news at 7. I am Udrakobong Achibo. The usual hustle and bustle that characterizes Benin metropolis was near absent this Monday as vehicular movement and human activities were low. This is in observance of the June 12 public holiday to mark Democracy Day. Agatha Igwaro-Ojo reports.
Public holidays are a good time for most people to do certain things their work schedule may not have allowed them find time for. For some others, it is a time of work to relax and relieve themselves of stress. It is therefore no wonder, like every other public holiday, human activities around the city this Monday were low. It was a free drive on major roads in the metropolis. Both formal financial institutions and some businesses were shut. However, there were queues on ATM stands to attend to customers. As some workers enjoy the day off work, there are some who, by virtue of the services they provide, remain on their duty posts.
We're still doing these reports on the Democracy Day. To be precise, it's holiday for a lot of persons, but not holiday for journalists. Because if we are at home, how will people know what is happening around them? So for this hour, we are still out monitoring the situation, especially the crime angle. You know that Benin is still calm at the moment. So for the holiday, if you take a ride around Benin City right now, you can see that there is no traffic anywhere and people are at home. But for us journalists, we are at work to report back to the people so they can know what's happening around them. Just like you are now, you are not also on holiday because you'll be reporting today. So for journalists all over the country, there is no holiday for us.
Ordinarily, we observe public holiday, but if we have an outing for blood donation, we do public holiday or no public holiday, we observe, we go for the blood donation. Our job is humanitarian job, so we sacrifice our time for our donors because they are special people to us.
This media consultant feels too much productive time is spent holidaying.
I'm in the private sector, so I work every day. So even if today is declared so-called public holiday, I'm working very busy. I'm only just sitting down waiting to go to the next assignment. Besides, you know, in Nigeria we spend too much time holidaying. There are 52 weeks in a year, and for 52 Sundays we're idling, for 52 Saturdays we're idling. So consequently, by the time we've used a third of the year doing nothing, then you add more of those holidays. What else is left? So for me, as a private sector man, we want to continue working.
Work is to resume this Tuesday. In Benin, Agatha Igwaro-Ojo, NTA News.
14 June each year is observed as World Blood Donor Day. The day provides an opportunity to call to action government and health authorities to provide adequate resources and put into place systems and infrastructure to increase the collection of blood from voluntary and other blood donors. Adopejo Jegba reports that the theme for this year's event is Give Blood and Keep the World Beating.
The focus of this year's event is to spread awareness about blood donation and the need for safe blood and blood products. The day also appreciates the contributions of voluntary blood donors all over the world. Some of the donors who appreciated the fact that donating their blood helps to keep someone alive say when given another opportunity, they will donate again.
I donate blood for so many reasons. One, it makes me healthier, it makes me lighter. I stand a lesser risk of having any diseases, and it makes me smarter in anything I do and younger.
Why I donate my blood? Because it's giving me healthy. Anytime I donate my blood, I'm getting younger.
With 1 million units of blood donated annually in Nigeria, stakeholders in the sector want Nigerians to see the donation as a means of saving lives, which should be embraced by all.
If we compare the figures with countries like United States, about 25% of eligible donors, those between the ages of 18 and 65, donate blood yearly, and they get about 6.8 million units of blood every year in the US, compared to us, which is just 25,000 units or less. We just have about 4% or less in Nigeria of voluntary blood donors.
It raises the awareness of the whole world about the importance of, one, of blood, and two, of voluntary donation of blood by people. So it is important, but especially when you consider the importance of blood in the body to the human being. And then you will know that it is a day that, if possible, we could be marking every month.
Transfusion of safe blood and blood products are critical aspects of patient care. It saves life and improve the quality of life of millions of patients every year. To ensure everyone who needs blood have access to it, voluntary non-remunerated donors are needed to give blood regularly.
No, blood is life, and it is a gift of life. It cannot be substituted. So, and the demand for blood is very, very high all over the world. Unfortunately, this demand cannot be met, or is not easily met, because the available blood is unable to meet this need.
Experts say blood is an important resource both for planned treatments and urgent interventions. They say a blood service that gives patient access to safe blood in sufficient quantity is a key component of an effective health system. In Benin, Adebeji Ojeba, NTA News.
Meanwhile, Edo State Governor Mr. Godwin Obaseki has hailed voluntary unpaid blood donors for their service and determination to save lives by freely giving blood to ensure sufficient and safe supply of blood to patients suffering unprecedented health crisis. Governor Obaseki gave the commendation in commemoration of this year's World Blood Donor Day, tagged Give Blood and Keep the World Beating, marked by the World Health Organization (WHO) every June 14 across the globe. The governor, who asked for increased collaboration among global stakeholders to create sustained awareness on the importance of blood donation, said the action of donors is essential to the sustenance of humankind. Governor Obaseki noted that today, being the World Blood Donor Day, gives a great opportunity to appreciate and commend all those who freely donate blood regularly to save millions of lives globally and improve the health of others, as well as to encourage more people, especially the youths, to come forward and donate blood regularly to guarantee stable and safe blood supply to hospitals and blood banks, stating that it is necessary to use this day to advocate increased collaboration among global stakeholders to create wider public awareness on the need for regular and unpaid blood donation. He, however, reassured that the ongoing reforms in the Edo State health sector through the Edo Health Improvement Program, Edo HIP, would provide mechanisms to ensure patients in rural areas have access to safe blood. Now, federal government continues to provide support needed to implement government policies in the diversification of energy sector to address rural challenge in Edo State. Dennis Temple takes an overview of the efforts so far.
Edo State Rural Electrification Scheme came into operation since 1957. Successive administration grappled with electrifying towns, which was dramatically expanding in terms of population, thus recording insignificant low outputs. This invariably affected socio-economic growth of various towns and villages with declining standard of living. Adeboye Camp is one of the communities located in Ikoha in Ovia Southwest local government area of Edo State, Nigeria, that have benefited from the federal government power expansion initiative in rural communities. This community has existed for over 6 decades without source of energy, and its inhabitants, who are predominantly agrarian people, most often record huge post-harvest losses. With the installation of the 100 kVA solar hybrid mini grid in the community, the economic well-being of the people is improving.
Thank God the light is functioning. The light is a development to the nation and this community, which the light is situated now. We are enjoying it.
But since this light came into existence, we have not been suffering again. There's no darkness like that again. Even if you come to the community in the night, everywhere will be brighter than some cities.
Don't there some things we don't see with this Adibara? Like weathers, we have weathers, we have some tailoring, furniture, Adibara don't improve.
The difference is clear. So now it's better off than that of the olden time when there is no lights, then there is no solar at all. So the difference is clear.
Although the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Energy and Electricity in Edo State is calling for a stronger collaboration between the federal and state government in tackling energy challenge, he did not hide from the fact that government has demonstrated clear resolve to improve energy infrastructure across board in the state.
There are other areas we're collaborating, like the Presidential Initiative for Rural Development, and we are collaborating in that aspect. And some few projects in the rural mini grids, right? I think we collaborated in one, like the one that happened in Adebayo. It was executed by a private investor powered by Rural Electricity Agency.
The renewable energy solution, people say, is what is needed to bridge the electricity gap in Nigeria. In Benin, Dennis Temple, NTN News.
You're still watching NTN News at 7. We now take a break. We'll be back shortly. Please stay tuned.
When you visit the ancient city of Benin, two things will excite you: the warmth and welcome of its people, and of course, the class and style of its hospitality business. Randeki Gold, home of hospitality like no other, located in one of the most serene environments in the ancient city, truly classy and exquisite with world-class facilities, fully equipped digital multipurpose hall with life-size, ultra-high definition LED screen, 180 square meters king-size swimming pool with bubble bath, enough to leave you breathless. The exotic Ariel's Bistro and Grill restaurant with variety of continental dishes, especially some of the rarest delicacies you can find in town. Fact is, a visit will truly convince you that we are gold. Randeki Gold is the gold wing of the prestigious Randeki Royal Hotel at 6 Henry Street off Ihama and Boundary Roads, GRA Benin City. www.randekihotels.com. Randeki Gold, our hospitality is gold.
Mission Road, Benin City. Now everything about generator.
Oh yes, I'm Osa Motors. We don't turn that for we new branch for number 128 Saple Road by Ajib Junction for Benin City. Not be only that one, oh, we don't oppress the price for Niger Delta roads. We need to worry by NRA Junction 500. We need to Abraka 700. We need to Ugeli 1000. We need to Bayasa 1500. We still the load from Benin to Port Harcourt Warri to Auchi, Warri to Ekpoma, Benin to Ekun, Obiaroko, Kwale, Umutu, even Ekpoma to Port Harcourt City. For Ameosa Motors, safety of all our passengers na it be number one. That's now why we dey make sure say we use new motors and qualified drivers. Make you visit any of our branch around you to enjoy the operationalization of Ameosa Motors. Ameosa Motors, king of the road.
Ameosa carry me go. It's a good day and everyone's excited. Feel the rhythm, let's get the party started. Move your body to the groove as you dey feel this bedroom. Anywhere you dey, forget about your age. It no matter who you be, the bedroom go enter body. It no matter where you dey, I beg you start to jolly. Different groove we dey shelele, now we get the vibe, yo yo. Enjoyment, yapa, celebration, na na na. Give me that smooth groove.
Think Chapman, drink smooth.
Many thanks for staying tuned. Edo State Governor Godwin Obaseki has assured of continued support for people with albinism in the state, calling for collaboration among stakeholders to end marginalization and stigmatization against people with albinism. The governor gave the assurance in commemoration of the International Albinism Awareness Day, marked on June 13 each year. On the theme, Strength Beyond All Odds, the governor noted that his administration will continue to inspire persons with albinism to contribute to the growth and development of Edo State in their chosen fields of endeavors despite their peculiar needs. He noted that government will prioritize implementation of policies and programs that encourage social inclusion for vulnerable persons, including people with albinism. The United Nations General Assembly in 2014 adopted a resolution proclaiming with effect from 13 June as International Albinism Awareness Day. Now, motorists and road users on the RCC section of Sapele Road, Benin City, want prompt completion of the rehabilitation work before the rents intensify. This is against the background of improved traffic flow following the recent palliative work and some failed portions of the road. Agatha Iguaro Ojo has details.
That was the situation of the RCC section of Sapele Road a few months back. Today, the palliative work has made motoring better off with the desilting of side drains and construction of a culvert at the median for free flow of water. To the road users, the job is far from over.
This time around is better than last 2 months because this time they've placed rocks and different things on the road. They are trying to put the road in order. But definitely I know they've not finished it, but it's better off for us than that 2 months ago. Because 2 months ago, I knew what happened to my car here. My car got sunk here, and as high as this car, I find it very difficult to pass the last 2 months.
Like the last time I passed, though there was water, but the next 2 days, I did not notice any water again. So I can see improvement, but what I want is that they should just, if possible, let them complete the gutter and then do the asphalt.
They're manageable. My caucus, the center of the road, my caucus, so maybe for be okay for us because of the rainy season.
It go worse, one way. If rain fall now, you're not going to like to carry motor past this place.
Temo says in a few weeks, flooding problem on the road will be addressed.
Some parts of that corridor are introduced rigid pavement. The reason there is that the rigid pavement will be water friendly. Unlike asphalt, it will be water friendly. So in the event that my median, which has now become a catch pit, temporal catch pit, maybe the median is filled to the brim, any other water along the carriageway will be tolerated because of the rigid pavement. That means it will not distort vehicular movement. And gradually, if it stops raining, the water will naturally simmer down through the catch pits or the adjoining environment there. It's weeks, in weeks. It's not months. It's weeks, because we are also shy of the peak of the rain period. So we want to see what we can do before the peak of the rain period.
In Benin, Agatha Ekwalujo, NT News.
Time for another break, the concluding part of the news, and we return. Please stay tuned.
1 year reminds late Mr. Obedi Samson Edosa. Daddy, 1 year has gone by, but your memories are still very fresh in our hearts. You were an hero and a shining light to all. You were always there for us whenever your advice, counseling, and assistance were needed. Your kindness, generosity, and love can never be forgotten. The legacy you left behind remained unequaled. You were a super motivator who helped to shape in our lives with humility and love. We miss you so much, Daddy, but we are consoled by the fact that you are resting in the bosom of the Lord. Continue to rest in peace, Daddy, until we need to part no more. Signed by Usasure for the family.
Will this penalty be the decider? What's going through the player's mind here? You could cut the tension with a knife. Is there one more twist in this long, rocky road to the final? And here's the kick, and he scores! They've taken the win, they're through.
Don't worry, my boy. There's always the next time.
It's into Ikalo from the wing.
Join the winning team and stream every match with Glow special data plans. For everything Glow, dial *777#. Great supporters of football. Glow.
For Center of Benin, I will better for everybody. Waiting, your body to the hot. This one cool me for body. I will bonanza to travel to different places for Nigeria. Muyi line your modern office for Ibiwe by Ebo Street Junction, Ring Road for Benin City. Don't make travel easy for Chinkele money for everybody. Benin to Warri 1,000 naira. Benin to Port Harcourt 3,500 naira. Benin to Lagos Maitu Yanokwaja Iyaba Aja for just 3,500 naira. Benin to Auchiekoma 1,000. Enjoy unbeatable price to Bayasa, Abraka, Ugele, and other places, including comfortable charter service to any destination. Muyi parcel service they give to help you receive parcel and send parcel to different places for Nigeria. Come enjoy Ogbele Awoof travel price with brand new buses and cars for Muyi Line New Ultra Modern Office for Ibiwe Street, Bayebo Street Junction, Ring Road, Benin City. Muyi Line, cheap travel price for everybody.
This life I can't keep myself. I can't keep myself. I can't keep myself. Allow me to flex.
Hello there. Welcome to the newest lounge in the Asian city of Benin, Hyperion Lounge. A lounge with good food, music, drinks, karaoke, networking, exclusive for VVIP, and a relaxed environment to meet the right people. Hyperion Lounge is situated at rooftop floor, which has a panoramic view of the city. Visit us at 76 Akpakava Central Hotel, Efedosa Signature, opposite First Bank, Benin City. For seat reservation, call 091-5111-1123. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Hyperion Central. Email info.hyperioncentral@gmail.com. All COVID-19 guidelines is strictly adhered. Hyperion Lounge, exclusivity redefined.
Many thanks for staying tuned. And now to sports with Clement Olorutoba as our guide.
Newly crowned champions of the Median North Central Invitational Tourney, Team Kwara are still basking in the euphoria of their victory over Team FCT after winning by 11 runs. Team Kwara posted 62 runs and lost 4 wickets in the first innings, while Team FCT lost 5 wickets, posting 51 runs in the second innings.
I feel very excited about the match. We won. We played 3 games and we won it all. Although we were prepared for this tournament because and we came here and we have to do what we have to do, and we came and we conquer, and that's a great thing for me.
And now to football. Representatives of FCT to the National ITO Cup, Nigerian Air Force FC and Beautiful Tall Angels have promised to make Abuja proud when the competition gets underway later in the year. Both teams were crowned champions on Sunday, having defeated their rivals to pick the soft tickets to represent FCT.
You have a very good chance to do well in the National Challenge Cup because football is not played outside, it's played in the pitch. By God's grace, we are going to do well. We have a good team. Any team we meet, by God's grace, we are going to defeat.
Denmark team doctor says Christian Eriksen was gone, but tests conducted so far looks normal. He said he was gone. We did cardiac resuscitation. It was a cardiac arrest. How close we were to losing him, I don't know, but we got him back after 1 defeat, so that's quite fast. Christian Eriksen collapsed on Saturday in an Euro 2020 match between Finland and Denmark. Clement Oloruntoba, NT News.
And that's the news. Many thanks for watching. Good night.
ọgbẹ́rì gbogbo ní agbọ̀nfà ní àná olóògbé ní orúkọ ọdún àti ọgájé sọ́sọ́ tọ́sán gbogbo pọ́dọ̀ pààyàn òbí olókùn náà bá dé kí wọ́n ṣe hàn ń pè náà.